Hello everybody, this is Rubeck again. Today we'll be looking at a Figure-Eye Standard Amplified Imperialdramon model kit today. And it apparently transforms from Dragon mode into Fighter mode. I'm not sure, but we'll figure it out when I start building it. Here's just some product stats. And it shows how you can change your the mode. And a stand that probably doesn't come with it, or hopefully it does. It is quite a big box, but yep, just some more product shots. And yeah, here's a switch controller to show how big it is. It's a big box, so we'll open it up. And I haven't built it yet, but we'll skip to when I'm done. There is a lot of stuff in here, a lot of sprues. But, yeah. Here's the manual. It's probably going to be a big manual. And it's just more stuff on the back of what it can do. And inside here is it's just instructions. You can basically just build this with a with those little cutters, and that's it. They made it so easy now. So yeah, I have some work to do, and we'll just skip to when it's all built in 1 second here. And here is the Dragon mode all built, and it took a while, but I was able to get everything together. I'm not going to lie and say there wasn't any issues. There actually were a lot of issues. Mainly because I think it might have been too long between me opening it and me getting it. The plastic might have deteriorated. It could be a QC issue. I don't know. But there's a lot of things that are loose. And a few pegs actually broke right here, including right here in the forearm. And they just broke. They snapped. There was no reason for it not to break. There wasn't a reason for it to break. It just snapped right off. Luckily, I was able to super glue it back. And I mean, it looks amazing. It looks great. It looks, but in terms of stability, I mean, it is not very good at all. I mean, it's barely holding together. If I move it the wrong way, it's gonna break. And there's some sprues here I left a little bit, but I mean, that's with every model kit. I actually had the same issue with the Imperialdramon amplified figure, the model kit. There was a lot of loose joints on that too, and I even tried the super glue to try and thicken the pegs, but it still didn't work, and I actually ended up having to toss that one because it broke. There was too many things that were breaking. So there's a little rant there, but like I said, it looks really cool. And yeah, there's no actual like features or anything. It's just the Dragon mode. That's all it is. And articulation is a bit hit or miss because like I said, it's so fragile that I feel like it's gonna break if I mean, the parts do come off. I mean, the arm could just pop off like easily. And another issue is that I had to sand a lot of the pieces down too because they wouldn't fit right, which is weird on a model kit. But I mean, a model kit of this quality should already have them, fit right. But yeah, their stickers weren't hard to put on. There's some stickers in the eyes. In the head right here, the black and white part right here is a sticker, and as you can see there, it's actually coming apart. Oh no, it is coming apart. I'll have to fix that later. And, the jaw can open and close. However, you see I'm already moving the head just a little bit, and it's already falling off of the peg. I try to thicken the peg with super glue, and it's still not working. And here's the positron laser. You can actually take this off if you wanted to, and the wings can move. They're articulated very well, Actually, it's one of the best parts of the figure so far. And yeah, I'm trying not to break it because it is just very flimsy right here. The legs can move, you know, forwards, backwards, in and out. But like I said, it's very, very flimsy. There's some waist articulation, but again, it's very top heavy. And the arms, I don't even want to move the arms, but they go forwards, backwards, in and out. These little shoulder armor pieces can move on their own. You see the arms already falling off. I mean, this thing is just, it feels like it just wants to break. It's just not cool. But I want to like this one, I really do, but there's too many things wrong with it. But like I said, it looks very cool, very, very cool. I would love to get a stand for it so that you could pose it flying, but it didn't come with a stand, like I said. I knew it was going to come with a stand, but see, look, the back is just does not want to stay on. And to change it into the fighter mode, I thought it was just going to be able to like transform, but it's not transforming. It's actually taking like a lot of the pieces off and replacing it with the fighter mode pieces. So, oh, I forgot to mention the tail does rotate. Although, oh, it's on a ball joint. But, yeah. But, I will probably skip to when I've put it into the fighter mode. So yeah, this is pretty much it for the dragon mode. I'm probably not going to keep it in dragon mode at all. I'm just going to leave it in the fighter mode. That's another thing I don't like about the transforming figures. So that's another reason why I stopped. That's one of the reasons I stopped collecting Transformers. If you want to pose it in both modes, you can't really do that unless you have two of the same figure, and I really don't want to do that. So yeah, but like I said, it's just very flimsy. I would not get this figure if you're gonna get it for the dragon mode, because it just feels like it wants to break. And here is Imperialdramon in his fighter mode, and like as you can see, he's very, very impressive and big for that matter. Here's a Switch controller for comparison. It's quite a hefty figure, and he'd be perfect. I love it. It's huge, chunky, and accurate, but also at the same time he has that amplified look. The only problem is, like with the dragon mode, is that he's very flimsy. Like, he can't even stand up straight because he's so top heavy, and his joints are, look at that, very, very, very loose. And at the same time, I had the problem with the dragon mode, which pegs were breaking off. Again, pegs were breaking off in his same arm here, so I had to do some more super gluing. And as a result, I don't think his left arm's going to move anymore. I'll try to close up on it actually, right here. Right there, you can see that whole piece right there just it just cracked and broke into half. And I tried super gluing together, it didn't work because every time I tried to put the peg back in, it would snap again. So I decided to just the hell with it and just glue the whole these whole two pieces together. So unfortunately, it's not gonna move anymore. But let me just fix the camera there. There you go. There you go. And yeah, it's very cool though. I love it. I'm very scared to move this because it might snap off. And it's not transforming. It says transforming, but really it was just taking pieces off and rearranging them. There's a head right here, actually, of Imperialdramon. All you gotta do is there, and he can open his mouth. And the pieces you really mainly take off are his head, and you just replace it with this head, which is really cool. Really, I love it. Really nice. And you know, the arms of the dragon come up here, and you just rotate these pieces, which was not easy too. The directions weren't very clear on how they were supposed to go, but anyways. I'm not sure if it's my figure or it's all the figures. I didn't watch any other reviews on it, but there are a lot of issues here. QC issues. Maybe it's because I've had this figure for years and I haven't opened it, and maybe the plastic deteriorated. But let that be a lesson. Always build them figures as soon as you get them. And yeah, for articulation, I mean, his arm. Oh, you see the pieces are just flying off. You can go forwards, backwards, in and out here. Oh, no, that's not going to stay on. Of course, there you go. This can move front and back. It can swivel right here. I'm trying to be very careful because it's very, very loose. And I think the hands can rotate. And the legs can go in and out. Forwards, backwards, bend at the knee. The feet are on a ball joint, so they can move pretty freely. And this one, like I said, I cannot bend that because it's just going to crack right open. The head's on a ball joint. Can move very freely. The wings are very impressive. They have like so many points of articulation. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 different points of articulation, so you can have the wings as split out or as close as you want. Actually, very cool. Actually, I love that. And it just fell off. That's another problem. A lot of, like I said, a lot of the pieces on this thing are very, very loose. So let me just put that back together. Fortunately, it's not that hard to put back. I'm not sure how it went actually. I think it went like this. Yeah, there you go. So it's not that hard to put back. But like I said, everything is just so loose, and which is a shame because I love this figure. I love it. I'm thinking of getting Imperialdramon. This is Imperialdramon. I get the two confused. I might get that figure. I think it's out. But yeah, it's very cool. He came with the cannon, of course, and you could do those poses like how he had the two hands like that, holding it. Unfortunately, like I said, this one's forever gonna be stuck like this, so I'm not gonna even bother. You see, another piece just flies right off. Yeah, it's not. I gotta see other reviews and see if they had the same problem that I did. Because no, this is just not holding together right. Maybe it's I'm not reading the directions right. I don't know. I try to follow them as close as I can. You can plug in the cannon right here in his arm. That's cool. You can pose him with it, doing all sorts of action and stuff, but like I said, I kind of don't want to move him. I'm mainly just going to keep him on my shelf in this pose because you see, look at that, it's just flimsy. I don't know what else to say. It looks so cool and it would have been perfect, but it's just, maybe if I get another one. But these model kits, this Imperialdramon model kit is not easy to find. It's rare now. I think it's like $80 now, 80 and up to 100 now, 100 and something. And his Paladin mode, which is the all white version, is even more than that. It's like 100 and 140, 160 last time I checked. So these figures are not easy to find. So I'm gonna have to stick with this one and hope he lasts. Anyways, that's the end of my I won't say a review because I've just been bashing the hell out of this figure, even though it looks so cool. But yep, that's the end of the video. And build your model kits as soon as you get them, otherwise you get problems with it.